Now, you probably already know that editing an anime video without any copyright claims can be a challenge, and that's simply because most anime content are protected by copyright laws. However, there are a few ways you can edit anime videos without getting any copyright claims, and that's what I'm about to show you in this video. But first, if this is your first time to this channel and you're interested in YouTube automation, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Now, when it comes to editing your anime recap videos so it stays free of any copyright claims, you need to do the following. You need to edit the footage and the audio of the original anime video. That's the only way to keep your videos free from any copyright claims. So let's start with the footage, and the first option to avoid any copyright claims on your video footage is by using non-copyrighted footages. That means you want to start by looking footages that are not copyrighted, and the first video in this video series will show you all about that. So you want to make sure to check out the first video in this video series on anime website. The video will show you all the websites and other ways to get anime videos to use in your recap videos. Another way to help avoid copyright claims on your recap video footages is by using anime clips that are covered by fair use. If you decide to use anime clips for the purpose of making videos like criticism, where you criticize the original anime movie, anime commentaries, where you give your opinions of the original anime movie. You can also do it as a news reporting channel, teaching, scholarship, or research channels. These are all different types of videos that fall under the fair use doctrine on YouTube and generally online. Having said that, it's important to make sure that your use of the clip fall within the scopes of fair use, as it can be a complicated legal area. Now, since in most cases you'll be using latest copyrighted anime movie clips, the question now is, how do you go about editing the original anime movie footages that are copyrighted? How do you edit anime videos so that it falls under the YouTube fair use guidelines? That's where anime recap video comes into play. Anime recap videos are basically videos that summarizes the original movie. Now, anime recap videos can only be considered fair use as long as they meet the requirements of the fair use doctrine, and to achieve that, you need to do some editing from your end. Now, editing anime movies for recap videos on YouTube is about taking the sequences, scenes, and the shots of the original anime movie and turning all that, like I already mentioned, into a short version of the entire movie. To edit the original anime video so that it falls under the YouTube fair use guidelines, of course you will need a video editor. Now, whichever software you decide to use for editing your anime recap video really doesn't matter in this case. It might help, of course, but it really doesn't matter. It's all about being creative. So in this case, I'll be using my preferred video editor, which is a Sony Vegas Pro video editor. You can use whatever you prefer. Now, because editing videos is a creative process, I will not sit here and say there is one particular way of editing your videos that will fit all the different types of anime movies or series. So, to help you with the editing process, I'll just show you some of the best tips you should keep in mind when editing your anime recap videos. Here are some of the tips for editing anime recap videos on YouTube. So, when editing the original anime footage, it's important to choose the scenes that are relevant to the story and will help viewers understand the plot. You want to make sure to include scenes that are significant to the story or to the character. Now, if you use the ChatGPT AI, like I showed you in the video on how to use ChatGPT to create video scripts for your AI recap video, then you shouldn't worry about this first editing tip because the ChatGPT AI software will help you with that. All you have to do from here on is try to match some of the original video clips to what is being said in the audio. Take for example, in this case I'll import the full original anime movie that I want to use to recap as a YouTube video and delete the original audio so that I'm left only with the original footage. I hope you remember here that we already created an audio to use for our recap video using the Google text-to-speech AI software and even added some sound effects and music track. I will drop the link to the video on all that in the description box below this video if you are interested. So after deleting the original audio, next is importing the text-to-speech human sounding audio voice over that we generated using the Google text-to-speech AI software. Now, this is the audio you'll be using to match the movie footage. That means you want to match whatever is being said in the audio to what your viewers will be seeing as video footage. Basically, choosing the scenes that are all relevant to the entire story. Now, the second editing tip to keep in mind is to be short and concise. Usually, recap videos are meant to be brief, so it's important to keep the videos short and concise. You want to cut out any unnecessary scenes and focus on the key moments in the anime movie or series. That means you want to make sure whatever footage or video clip you cut from the original full movie or series to use in your recap video shouldn't be more than 7 seconds long. Another editing tip you should keep in mind is to try using the zoom in option. You want to try zooming your shots in and out. Basically, this is when you zoom into or out of an original footage when editing. You see, by zooming into or out of an action within a clip, it will help bring the action to life. By using the zoom option, you help guide your viewers' eyes and draw them into the scene. Take this clip for example. Now, if I zoom into the clip, it will become more dynamic, right? So, zooming into or out of a static image or a short video clip is another way of editing your recap videos. There are some editing tools that have a great zooming effects built in, and others you have to do it manually by adding keyframes. So of course, there are many ways to add different zoom effects. It all depends on the type of video editor you are using. Adding text or narration is another editing option you can use when editing your anime videos. So you might want to consider adding text or narration to provide context or explanation for the scenes you've chosen. This can help your viewers understand the significance of the scenes and make your recap videos more informative. Now, to round up with the editing tips, you need to be careful not to include any spoilers that might ruin the experience for your viewers who haven't seen the original anime movie yet. So you want to stick with the scenes from the beginning of the series or episodes that has already been aired. Now, if you follow all these tips and the entire strategy I just shared with you in these different videos, you can be sure your recap video will be accepted on the YouTube platform without any copyright claims. And with all that, I'll wrap up this video. I hope it was helpful. If so, hit the like button below, share it on your preferred social site, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another helpful video.